This is the Galaxy Book2 Pro 360, the second generation of Samsung's vision for what an all-in-one laptop should be, and what I'd call a very interesting alternative to most conventional notebooks. See, I think the biggest problem with Windows computers today is that the market is just flooded with ordinary products. Some differences here and there, but then very little added value propositions to help you choose one over the other. You're left to only do the math with specifications, and even that can be totally confusing when you match the price tag. This computer is actually none of that, but its value proposition really depends on how much you fit or want to belong to its ecosystem. I'm Jaime Rivera with Pocketnow, and let's dive into our full review. Last year, we crowned the Galaxy Book Pro 360 as the best Windows laptop for most people, and it had a lot to do with just how complete the offer was. We had great looks, a slim body, a competitive price, but then what made it irresistible was the perks. Anyone who praises Apple for its ecosystem was getting the same for a Galaxy laptop, even if I feel that Samsung took it steps further. For 2022, let's just say that the company drifted from its complete revamp of the Book Flex into more conservative territory. Visually, this machine is an exact copy of its predecessor. You could blame Samsung for pulling an Apple for the first time ever, but at least here, the company differentiates it with different color options. A part of me isn't complaining, as one of my favorite elements was just how light it was, but the other didn't miss how it just doesn't pass the one-handed opening test. Also, I'd suggest you pick the burgundy or silver, as this graphite is quite the smudge magnet. Now, nitpicking aside, there is a lot to love about this computer, as it challenges a lot of typical laptop pain points. Essentials like the charger in the box are smaller than almost every other alternative, and you get an S Pen included in the box as well, which, let's face it, will put most Stylite to shame, which you would have to buy separately. More on that in a second, though. Once again, we get a 15-inch model for review, which is pretty light at less than 2.5 pounds, and includes the convenience of a numeric keypad on the right and an asymmetrical trackpad for when you're typing. And speaking of the keyboard, just like last year, this has got to be one of my favorites on a Windows computer. Not sure what it is about the tactile feel, but it's very responsive and yet very quiet. It offers the convenience of a pretty fast fingerprint scanner in the power button, and then this trackpad is just massive. I'd say it handles palm rejection really well, and gestures have been on point during the last couple of weeks that I've been using it. Ports included are Thunderbolt 4 on one side, along with two USB-C connectors on either side, a 3.5mm headphone jack, and even a microSD card slot. Inside, we have Intel's new 12th generation Core i7 that carries the EVO certification, built-in Intel Iris X graphics, faster LPDDR5 RAM that depends on how much storage you pick, a pretty sizable battery, fast charging, a faster Wi-Fi 6E, and Bluetooth 5.1. And even the webcam got an update to 1080p and brings extra software features that are built around the time when video conferencing is quite the thing. So yes, a few spec bumps when compared to last year's computer that are definitely welcomed. So, from portability to the design to the accessories in the box, there is a lot to love, and even if there aren't things that I could say that I don't like about this computer, there are a couple that I am just mixed about this year, and it's mainly because these are things that carry over from last year's review, which I suggest you watch. First, let's talk about this display. Yes, I am a huge fan of AMOLED panels, and the execution of this one would probably put it at the top of my list given its color accuracy, and it even got brighter this year. My problem starts with the bottom bezel, making the top and the sides look bad, and also other essentials like pixel density. I'd recommend you go for the 13-inch model so that the 1080p resolution doesn't feel so dated. For me, it's not even about the experience of this feeling pixelated, but about being able to do more with this large larger canvas. To see even Samsung tablets bring more resolution while extending Windows to it looks pretty ridiculous. And listen, I know that at this price point that's really hard to find on Windows computers, but a MacBook Air stopped offering low-resolution panels for less money almost, 4 years ago? It's also the reason I struggle with these speakers, as they did get better, but not what I'd call best in class for the price.
Our deck, we weren't below 10,000 for more than a few seconds. I had the shot, there was no danger, so I took it.
Now, one thing that I will praise is that the palm rejection did get fixed. On such a large canvas, this is something that most companies fumble with when it comes to the stylus input, but which Samsung solves once the screen detects the proximity of the S Pen. Second is something that I can't blame Samsung for, and it's, Windows 11. Just like the time when Windows 8 was such a dramatic change over Windows 7, relearning where things are has proven to be a pain, and I wish you could just downgrade this thing to Windows 10. I do praise Samsung for its entire Galaxy suite to only continue adding more software elements in order to make this computer even more enticing to Galaxy customers. Samsung's multi-control was able to solve the keyboard and mouse share way before Apple did the whole universal control, even if Apple announced it first. And then Easy Pair lets you take advantage of your other Galaxy accessories with this computer as well. I'd need a whole day to run you through all of it, so just take my word for it that it's pretty great. About the only thing that I would change is the extra bloat, as I seriously hate having McAfee remind me that my computer is in danger every time I turn it on, though that is an easy uninstall, so I'm not gonna consider it a problem. Third is that even if I feel that performance is better than its predecessor, I feel that this is one of those computers that shouldn't bother you with fan noise. This whole idea of having a computer be a 2-in-1 is so ideal for having this S Pen help you highlight your work, sign documents, or even get artistic on such a large canvas, and yet having the fans blowing in your lap or arms makes that a bit uncomfortable. I know that the current state of Intel chips makes that par for the course, but so many moving parts get in the way of those promised 21 hours of battery life, which were actually cut in half or less depending on whatever environment you were using it on. To conclude, yes, buying a Windows laptop can be so complicated. Sometimes having variety is great up until the point where you have to pick one, and let's be real, most companies make even picking variants between a product just so nerve-wracking when you're looking for value. I like Samsung's approach a lot, mainly because there are less models, each with a very specific target, and where added value has everything to do with the ecosystem. As such, if you're looking for a great laptop to pair with your Galaxy phone, all the Galaxy Books the company offers are a great fit, with this one being their top of the line and most capable. I definitely pick the 13-inch model any day, as you'd even pay less money than this one and get a better experience with the display. Now, the problem is that if you're not in Samsung's ecosystem, things get complicated. This is where I feel that the multi-year design formula isn't necessarily working for the company. I seriously wouldn't change this design in any way, but I have a hard time with the price for this display. I'd be willing to take a step back and go LCD just to get more pixel density, or to at least be given the option, because at a point when our laptop is our office, I kind of need the canvas to be as large in content as it is in size. But anyways, that's just me. Let us know what you think about the Galaxy Book2 Pro 360 in the comments down below, and while you're at it, follow us on social media and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. You can also follow me on my personal handles to see me wish the name was also shorter, or revamped, or whatever. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.